Hello cousins! If you're a fan of apple desserts, specifically apple pie, I have a super easy apple crumble that I promise you're going to love. Let's get right to it! I'm going to be using a full bag of Granny Smith apples. This bag has 12 small Granny Smith apples. If you're going to be using singular apples, I'm pretty sure they're going to be bigger than this. So I'm going to say use between 8 and 10 medium to large size apples. I'm going to peel all of the apples and I'm going to core them and cut them into small pieces. Just like this. And then I'm going to season these with half a cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a dash of cloves, this is optional and my personal preference, along with a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm going to give these a toss to combine everything, and then I'm going to add in the juice of half of a lime along with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch because we want a thick filling later on. Give this a really good mix, set this aside, and at this point we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees so we can have a nice and warm oven when it's time to bake our crumble. Next, I'm going to be making our crumble topping. I'm going to be using 2 cups of dried oats, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, a dash of salt, and I'm giving this a mix. Then I'm going to melt 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter, and I'm going to add in our butter. I had this idea that using a wooden spoon to mix this was going to be effective, but boy was I wrong. I decided to go in with the best tools we have, clean hands. Using my hands was a lot easier to combine the topping than using a utensil, and you're going to want these clumps of crumble that are going to form for your topping. I'm going to be baking this in a pie dish. I have mine up in my Amazon shop, but you can bake this in any baking dish you have available. Pour your apple filling into the dish and spread it evenly. Then using your hands, you're going to add all of the topping right onto the top of the apples, and using your hands to mold and press the topping right over the apples. This does not have to be perfect. If you're familiar with apple crumbles, then you know that messy is better. You're going to add this into your preheated oven at 350 degrees. If you like soft apples, bake for 1 hour, and if you like your apples with a bite, bake for 45 minutes. I like mine with a slight bite, so 45 minutes later, this is what my apple crumble looked like. I let it cool for 30 minutes. I'm lying. It was really like 15 minutes because I'm really impatient with desserts, and I served it with some vanilla ice cream. This was absolutely delicious, and we devoured this in about a day. Thank you for watching, cousins. I hope you enjoyed this recipe.